But the clock is ticking, so they say it's time to go. Sit back, enjoy the show. Yeah, it's GOAT. Whoa, whoa.
Really good golf swing right there. Part of Team Canada. Look at that.
John Chidley-Hill from the Canadian Press. Just want to say it's great to see you at the Canadian Open. Always exciting for a Canadian player to be competing in the National Open, in the National Championship. How did it feel from that perspective, as a member of Golf Canada's team?
Yeah, it's cool. I'm really proud to represent Canada and represent Golf Canada and the national team. So for them to give me the opportunity to play here, it's awesome. It's everything that I've ever dreamed of. So I'm here to soak it all in.
Did you get to meet some of your fellow Canadian golfers who you may not have met before, like Laurie Kane? I know was taking in some of the action.
I haven't. No, I've kind of had weird schedules. I wasn't in the pro-am, so I was here at 5:30 in the morning playing practice rounds and in the rain when no one else was out here. So I haven't really seen much, but I hope I do.
Has there been? I know it's early yet, but have there been any moments so far this week where you're like, wow, I am at the Canadian Open, like this is happening?
No, for sure. I think today, just warming up on the putting green, I was like, wow, okay, it's kind of hit me. I was like, okay, yeah, I'm playing here now. So it was really cool, especially when we got to 16 and all the fans were there and they're banging on the boards and whatnot. But
we are back, GOAT fans, for another episode of the greatest of all time podcast show, GOAT Radio. I'm the big man, and joining me, I'm pumped about this. It's about time we talk about golf. And we have joining me an absolute phenom golfer, ladies and gentlemen, Coquitlam's own AJ Ewart.
how's it going, man? Thanks for having me on.
Thank you, buddy. I know you're in the thick of it right now. You're in intense times, so thanks for joining me.
No worries.
All right, man. First things first. The GOAT fans know the drill. We got to say what we're wearing, okay? I'm sure you're following. I know you're down in Florida, but I'm sure you're following one of the best teams in the NHL right now, okay? Vancouver Canucks. Record 8-2-1. Obviously, I'm going to wear this jersey, AJ.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to stop you there. I wouldn't say they're one of the best. I'm gonna say they are the best team in the NHL right now. So, let's go from there.
Absolutely, brother. I love it.
There we go.
Okay, man, let's get into it. How did you get into golf? Because, you're from Coquitlam. Obviously, golf is globally, it's so popular, but not many kids growing up go to the golf range, right? So how did you get into it as a youngster?
Yeah, I was born into it, really. My dad was a professional. So golf was his life, and it's all I've kind of known since I was born. Obviously, golf was the main thing, but I played a lot of other sports growing up, and I was pretty competitive in soccer. And I got to I think I was playing pretty high level soccer until I was like 13, I would say, and then I had to make a decision between golf and soccer. And I think I liked soccer a little bit more at the time, but I chose to go with golf. I think I knew I was a little better at golf, and there was probably a little bit more of an opportunity for me. And I'm thankful that I did. And yeah, we're just gonna keep going.
Who was there a golfer that you kind of idolized? Obviously, your dad was a huge influence for you, but was there a golfer you were watching on the PGA that was like, I want to be like that guy?
I mean, it's hard not to say Tiger, right? I think that's everybody's answer. But I wasn't a particular fan of one person, sort of say. It was, it was a kind of a bunch of guys. Obviously, I had a few favorites. I can't remember them. I always had like 3 or 4 guys, but it would always change. And I was just a big fan of golf. I wasn't pulling for one guy in particular, but I always wanted to kind of be out there and be playing against him. So it was hard to kind of pick a guy to want to follow, because it was like I kind of wanted to be out there and be playing against those guys too, right? So yeah, it was kind of a weird thing growing up.
For sure, man. So I just want to step back. Your NCAA days. You went to Barry University. You just finished up 4 years there. It's in Miami, and you were absolutely dominant. And it's pretty cool because at one point you didn't even know that you were going to go to school. So how did it all play out for you?
Yeah, it was my whole school situation was kind of weird. I grew up as a junior golfer in Canada, and I was pretty highly ranked, and I got a lot of attention from a lot of top Division 1 schools. But my dream school was Arizona State, and that was the only school I really ever wanted to go to. When the coaches were finally able to talk to us, the head coach there wrote me a nice letter, a handwritten letter, and he got my attention right away, and I went down on a visit, and I committed right away pretty early in my days, and that was set in stone, and that was the only place I really wanted to go to. I didn't pay attention to other schools. I would be nice to the other coaches and just let them know what was going on, but that I was going here, and things just didn't work out. The coach that I committed to, he left, and the new coach came in, and things just didn't seem to work. So, I sat out a year, and then another school came by, and I was going to go in the spring, and again, like it just didn't work out. Things just didn't match up, and so that was right after I graduated. So I took another year off, and then I was thinking about just not going to school because I figured, I think this is a sign, like maybe I just shouldn't go to school. Maybe I should just turn pro and kind of get into it. But luckily, like our national team coach, Derek Ingram, I owe him everything because he told me about the Barry program and how it worked for a few other guys, and another guy from Vancouver, Surrey specifically, it worked out for him really well. So he told me maybe I should give it a thought and maybe give it a shot. And, I did. And I talked to the coach on the phone. I didn't even take a visit. And, I liked what he had to say, and we met eye to eye, and things just worked out. And I came down here without a visit. And, I loved every minute of it. And I owe the school everything. And, I'm super thankful for where I am today.
For sure. And I guess it's meant to be. It was meant to be, buddy. And you were there in an article for PGAtour.com. It's an awesome article on you. And you have an awesome quote in it. You say this: learning how to compete is one thing, and learning how to win is another. So you made it a habit winning. You won 14 times during school. That's the most in your school's history. You took that reign from Adam Svensson. You also got the Jack Nicklaus Award for the best player. You're on the Canadian national team. So many achievements, so many notable things you did. Over those 4 years, what kind of stands out for you? What's most memorable or meaningful?
It was my time at school was weird because our coach, I love my coach to death, and he was like a father figure to me, but he always instilled in us was like our main goal was to win a national championship, right? And it was like that was the only thing we ever thought about, and it was, if you chase that, all the other accolades are just going to follow. So it's hard to stick out or point out one thing that really stands out because that was kind of the only thing that was ever on our minds. The wins kind of just came, but we never ended up winning one. So, it still stings to this day. But if I had to pick something out, I mean, yeah, winning the Jack Nicklaus Award and getting to meet Mr. Nicklaus was pretty cool. I won the Golf Stat Cup Award, which was like the lowest scoring average amongst all divisions, Division 1, 2, and 3. So, I mean, that was pretty cool to know that my game stacks up against top D1 guys too. So, yeah, I would say, probably the Jack Nicklaus Cup and getting to go there and meet him and do all the other little things was probably at the top. But we're just missing that ring. So, yeah, but what's done is done. So, but I had a good career here at Barry, so it was awesome.
100%. And Jack Nicklaus, it's fitting for this podcast, GOAT Radio. He's one of the complete GOATs of golf. Yep. So that's pretty amazing. So after you graduated, you couldn't think too much. It was a quick turnaround. You got right into it, man, right into pro. Yep. And right now you're currently in the PGA process to get that membership. For people who don't know, like myself, what's the process in getting that PGA membership? Because you're currently in the process right now.
Yeah, so bear with me for a second because it's a long, it's kind of confusing process. But yeah, to sum it up quickly, there's different ways of getting to the PGA Tour, whether that's through PGA Tour U, which is for the top Division 1 seniors, but for most guys, it's going through a process called qualifying school. So essentially, qualifying school is 4 stages. So it starts when pre-qualifying, and then there's a first stage, a second stage, and a third stage. So you have to get through each stage, and once you get to the final stage, the top 5 in ties at final stage will receive a PGA Tour card. The rest of the guys at the final stage will have Corn Ferry status, so they'll be able to play on the Corn Ferry Tour. So I was exempt through pre-qualifying because I had status on PGA Tour Canada, which got me into the first stage of qualifying. So that was about a month ago now, 3 weeks ago. And I think it was the top 18 guys in ties got through the first stage. And now I think there was 12 or 13 first stage sites. So at each site, I believe it was around the top 20 guys got through. So then they go to second stage. Now, second stage, some start next week and some start at the end of the month. So then there's only 4 second stage sites. And at each one of those sites, it's kind of the same deal. I don't know the exact number, but if I had to guess, it was probably about top 15, top 20 guys again. They get through, and then they go to final stage. Now, final stage is in December at TPC Sawgrass. It's televised. It's a pretty big deal. And, the top 5 guys there, they get their PGA Tour card, and the rest of the guys, they have Corn Ferry Tour cards. So being on the Corn Ferry, the top 30 guys, from there, they get their PGA Tour cards, and then they're on the big show, right? So that's kind of the process. It's a little confusing. I'm just kind of being told where to go and then just play golf, and hopefully it takes care of itself, right? So
absolutely,
that's kind of it.
That seems intense. Like,
yeah,
especially you got to perform. You can't really take a round off. How do you handle those nerves? The pressure must be a little overwhelming. You're a young guy still, man. What are you, 24?
Yeah, just 24.
Wow. How do you handle that pressure?
Yeah, I'm lucky. I've been coached by some really well-known people and some very highly qualified individuals. So I credit them, some really strong mental coaches. But a lot of it's just experience too, right? And it's a lot of pressure, but you kind of just got to look at it like another tournament. It's so easy to say, but it's golf at the end of the day, right? And you can add so many narratives onto it, but it is golf, and you just try to do your best to block out everything that's happening and play against the golf course. And that's kind of what I try to do. And obviously it's harder to do sometimes than others. And that's when you lean back onto some mental training and some tips and tricks and whatever that may be. But at the end of the day, I think it just boils down to experience and being comfortable in those situations.
For sure. And, we had a recent pod a couple of weeks ago. We were talking about the most difficult sport. And a lot of the hosts were saying how golf is not only the most, skillful sport, but mentally tough. And I remember back in the day when in Tiger's prime, they always said he's one of the most mentally tough athletes. Did I lose you? AJ, are you still there?
I can hear you. Hold on. Oh,
okay.
My bad. I don't know what happened.
That's all good. Okay. So where I was at was, Tiger Woods, they always said he was one of the most mentally tough athletes. The ability to kind of, maybe get a bogey and then the next hole get a birdie. That mental switch is what separates kind of the good from the great. How do you stay focused in adversity during a round? Because I snap. 5th hole, 6th hole, I'm done. I'm about to throw my club, Happy Gilmore style. How do you stay focused during a round, man? Because it's got to be one of the toughest things mentally.
Yeah, it's pretty challenging, but it's a game at the end of the day, and it's a challenge, right? And I always try to look at it as a challenge. If you get off to a slow start, maybe you're 2-3 over through four holes. It's a challenge, and you're just always trying to fight back. And I think it's always going to be a fight. It's not always going to be easy, even if you're playing well, right? So, you just got to try to keep pushing yourself and just, staying patient is so cliche, but it's so relevant to what we do in the game of golf. So it's just, you just got to keep your foot on the pedal and just try to keep pushing as hard as it may be. But I think that's what separates guys, guys who give up and guys who just keep fighting. So I would just say staying patient and just waiting for your opportunity to strike is the main thing.
Awesome, bro. I'm about 6'5", right? I don't play golf too much, but do you have any tips for a taller guy?
Man, you're a tall dude. I mean, maybe get some longer clubs or,
yeah.
But the main thing is just putting in more hours, right? No matter like with anything you do, the more hours you spend on it, the better you're gonna get. So that's all it is. There's no secret to it. It's just time and effort. That's all it is.
For sure, brother. So we talked about kind of the pressure. Is there anything you like to do? You're in Miami, man. The nice, beautiful weather. Anything you like to do to get away from the game? Kind of shut it all off, relax. Like, do you head to the beach? What do you do on your off time?
Yeah, I luckily I'm down here in Miami, so I still got a bunch of friends at school, and I hang out with them.
Awesome.
Like I love Sundays. I'll sit on my couch all day and I'll just watch football all day. I'm not the biggest beach guy, but hey, you know what? I'll go once in a while. I'll go on a boat or whatnot. So yeah, I find different ways to kick back and relax, but mainly it's just hanging out with buddies and doing whatever. Like yesterday, we played pool for probably 4 or 5 hours. So it's just
Awesome.
nothing crazy.
Yeah.
Pretty basic stuff.
All right, brother. Any shout outs you want to make for your anyone back home here in Van City?
Shout out to my boy Justin Lee, man, making all this happen. We love that guy. So shout out Justin.
Absolutely, for the hookup. All right, brother. Fun part of the pod. Go rapid fire, okay? Are you ready for this? You're going to give me your answer. You can expand if you want to, or you can say next question, all right?
Gotcha.
Let's goat. What's your nickname?
I think I don't really have one. AJ. It's
Fair
hard
enough.
to kind of put a nickname on AJ.
Yeah. Crosby or Ovechkin?
I got to go Crosby, man.
Okay, the Greek freak, Giannis Antetokounmpo. I don't know how to say that name. Or Steph Curry.
I mean, it's you got to say Steph. I love Giannis, but yeah, I think you got to go Steph here.
Okay. Mbappe or Haaland? Soccer studs.
I'm not the biggest soccer guy, but I think Mbappe I know that name a little more, so I'm gonna go him.
Okay. Gronkowski or Kelsey?
Got to go Gronk, man.
100%.
Yeah.
Okay, we're big WWE fans here at Goat Radio, okay?
Okay.
The tribal chief Roman Reigns or John Cena?
John Cena.
Ooh, okay. Djokovic, Nadal, or Federer?
I guess now you got to go Djokovic, don't you?
How do you not? All right.
I can't deny it.
Okay. Israel Adesanya or Islam Makhachev?
Ooh. I'm going to go Islam here.
Mm-hmm. Okay, some golf. Phil Mickelson or Brooks Koepka?
I'm going to say Brooks because I think he's got a couple more in him. So he's gonna get up there.
Good point. Who is your golf goat?
Tiger, man. Tiger.
Your pre-round meal?
Usually it's breakfast, so scrambled eggs, bacon, toast, nothing
Nice.
crazy.
Okay, golf and hockey players, they're really, they love their superstitions. Any of you got any superstitions on the course?
Yeah, a little bit. It's kind of you always use the same marker. It's a loonie it's got some weird stuff on it. I only like 4 tees in my pocket. I only play with the number 1 or 2 ball. The coin has to be a certain side up. That's kind of it.
That's awesome. All right. The GOAT golf movie.
Happy Gilmore?
The furthest you hit a golf ball.
I don't know. I think I've gotten lucky if maybe a few times in the right conditions. It's probably gotten over, I would say over 400.
Okay. That's unreal. Besides golf, what's the best thing about university?
Probably just the social life.
Okay. Favorite drink while you're playing? For fun, obviously.
For fun. Okay. Let's go yellow Gatorade.
Oh, cool. Okay. Putting or chipping?
I gotta say putting, man. Gotta respect it.
Music while golfing, yes or no?
Casually?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you a fan of John Daly?
I am. Who is not?
The legend. I know.
Oh, of course.
All right. Last question here. We've all seen the match tourney, right? With all the absolute goats that are playing, like, Tom Brady, Steph Curry. If you were in that tournament, who would you your dream teammate be?
Oh man, that's tough. I mean, I'm gonna go Tom Brady on this one. That'd be pretty cool.
That would be unreal, buddy. Buddy, thanks for doing this with me, man. I like to have a drink for your greatness, man. Toast to the GOAT here. For this one, I got some tequila, Casadores, 8 a.m. tequila
Let's go.
to get
Cheers,
me going
man.
here.
There you go.
Okay, buddy. I want to wish you all the best in the next couple weeks, months. You have a lot on the line, and you're just a great example for all the kids out there that, you know, when you keep focused, working hard, greatness can come. And you also have another wicked quote from that article. You say this: "It's yours for the taking. You have to go and get it."
Yeah.
This one's for you, brother.
Cheers, man. Thank you.
Awesome, man. Thanks so much. I wish you all the best again. And, you know, if you're ever in Vancouver, we would love if you step foot in the Goat Raj here and talked about possibly a PGA tournament or something like that.
Hey, let's do it, man. I'll be back in a bit, so we'll keep in touch and we'll get it done.
Awesome, brother. Okay, man.
Cheers, man.
This is the greatest of all time podcast show, GOAT Radio. We will see you next time for more GOAT history. We'll see you later.
GOATO, greatest show of all time. The Garage Mahal, like Kobe in his prime. Kicking it like Messi, Undertaker on the rise. Austin 316, I just stun him and unwind off the top rope. Oh yeah, Randy watching fly. Ric Flair with tequila, feeling fine. Celebrating greatness and we do it with the big man.